Peggy, I've heard about the vacuum hairpiece, but I don't understand how it works.
Well, Carol, that's one of the first questions I hear. How does it work? People just don't quite understand it. It's actually very simple. If you look at the shape of the head, it's narrower around the edges. Narrower here than here, narrower here than here. It has a convex shape. When the hairpiece is placed on the head, pushed down properly, forcing the air out, it actually creates a vacuum seal that won't come off the head.
Well, my cousin has not completely lost all of her hair. Do you have to have total hair loss with a vacuum?
Yes, Carol. In order to manufacture a vacuum hairpiece, we must create a mold directly on the head. Therefore, you must have a completely bare scalp and no hair at all. Sometimes our clients come in with a small amount of hair on their head. They're in transition. They haven't lost it totally. So they have to make the decision whether or not they're going to shave the remaining hair on their head. I always ask them the question, is the hair on your head cosmetically acceptable? If it is, great. If it isn't, why not shave it off? That's the decision that they have to make.
How secure is the vacuum hairpiece?
Carol, it is so secure, it won't come off unless you take it off or your cousin takes it off. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to have you grab a hunk of hair and give a tug and tell me what you think. You can actually pull harder if you want.
It won't come off.
Yeah, it's not going to come off.
It is not going to come off.
It doesn't come off unless it's taken off intentionally. And the way you take it off intentionally is you take your two fingers underneath, you separate the hairpiece from your scalp, and that's it. That's how the hairpiece is released. Once you release it, if you want to put it back on your head again, you just push it down, you rock it back and forth, get rid of all the air bubbles, and once again, you are completely secure.
That's amazing. How comfortable is the vacuum hairpiece?
The vacuum hairpiece is so comfortable you don't even know it's on your head. Many wigs are itchy and uncomfortable and they don't stay on the head securely, and as soon as you get home from work, the first thing you want to do is take it off and put it on the counter. You never have that feeling with a vacuum. It becomes one. It becomes part of you. It becomes part of you, like you're one with your hair, so to speak. And I've been wearing mine for over 25 years, and I love it. I love the comfort. I love everything about it.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you find your vacuum hot to wear?
Sometimes the vacuum hairpiece is warm, especially if you're exercising or in your very, very warm climate. Most wigs are warm when you're wearing them. The beauty of this hairpiece is that when you perspire, and you will, it's easy to take off and clean. You just pop it off the head. You take a cool cloth. You wipe the inside. Wipe your head. Put it right back on again. It takes a matter of seconds to do that. You're cool. You don't have perspiration. And you just go about your business. Other hairpieces, when you perspire, the perspiration is absorbed into the cap. It gets wet, it gets soggy, and it gets smelly. And you won't find that with this hairpiece.
How do you care for your hairpiece?
Caring for this hairpiece is so easy. It's like caring for a growth head of hair. You can jump in the shower and wash it just like you wash growing hair. You use shampoos and conditioners that are salon formulated. You blow dry it, and it's just like hair. If you choose, you can take it off, put it under the sink, and wash it this way. Doesn't have to be done in the shower. And you wash it You condition it, and you can even blow dry it off your head if you wanted to. What I generally do is wash my hair, get a little bit dry off my head, put it back on, and then continue the drying process with my blow dryer and my brush. It's very simple. Now the inside of and that's done once a week, by the way. The inside of the hairpiece needs to be cleaned out every day. The perspiration can absorb in this cap, so you need to clean it out. It's very simple. You take a few pumps of an antibacterial soap, a half a cup of warm water, a washcloth. You scrub the inside. When you put your antibacterial soap and a little warm water on the inside, you take a washcloth, scrub out the inside, then you carefully pour the water out so you don't get the hair wet. Add a little cool, clean water, rinse it, once again, pour the water out. Wipe it with a dry cloth, once again, right back on. And it's as simple as that.
Will the hair on the vacuum piece tangle?
We use the finest quality European hair available. No tangling. We do not process our hair, and it's just in a natural state. And because of the way they're manufactured, you will never see a hairpiece tangle. It's wonderful. It's not like many other hairpieces that I'm sure your cousin has worn. You wash it, it goes into a massive tangles. You won't find that with this hairpiece. It will stay like this, silky and shiny, for the life of the hairpiece.
Wonderful. My cousin is young, and occasionally she goes to sleepovers like teenage girls do. Would she be able to sleep in her vacuum hairpiece?
Sleeping is not recommended on a daily basis. Occasionally, yes, if she's with the girls and she has a sleepover, I encourage that. But if she's sleeping in it every day, she is going to have hair loss. And the hair loss will happen right where her head meets the pillow. It's the friction of the head moving which causes the hair to fall out.
I know one complaint with a lot of wigs is they itch. Do you have that problem with the vacuum? Does it itch?
Fortunately, Carol, no. No itch issue at all. For two reasons. One, the hairpiece is made out of a hypoallergenic silicone material. Never had a problem with an irritation. Secondly, the inside of the cap is smooth, and smooth on a smooth scalp. There's no chance of an irritation. Many wigs are made with wefts that are sewn along the back, a netting material that irritates the scalp. You'll find no irritation at all with this hairpiece. It's so comfortable.
What about women of color? Can you take care of their needs, Peggy?
Yes, Carol, we can. It's very exciting. This is one of our color rings. But we also have on here what we refer to as our textured hair ring. Feel the difference between this hair, soft and silky, and this one has more of a textured feel to it.
Yes, it does.
Yes, so we can accommodate our ethnic clients. Also, our scalps can be tinted to any of these 6 colors, which really gives a very, very natural look.
What about young children? What happens as they grow? Will they still be able to wear their vacuum?
The vacuum is not recommended for children under the age of 6. Their heads are still growing from age 6 to approximately 10 to 12. During that period of time, we are able to slightly enlarge their caps so they can continue wearing them.